Hey everybody, guess what time it is? It's time to stuff my cash envelopes and my sinking funds. So let's take a look at what's going on with this budget this month. Okay, so last month, as I explained to everybody, I was a consultant, and this is what I charged the company per month. And what happened was I got paid in January, but not everything came out of my check yet, like my insurance and my 401k and my Roth IRA. So I'm still not 100% sure how much money I'm going to be making. So for this month, I went ahead and just budgeted like normal. And I did cut down my sinking funds a little bit from 1,270 back down to 1,000. So I'm just trying to keep, a little bit of money put aside to see what I'm going to end up getting. So let's take a look. Here is my income, and then these are all my expenses, and I have a couple credit cards in here. I only have 2 credit cards left, and then I have 4 loans that I have to pay. My car payment, I have my mortgage, I have a personal loan, and then I have what was left for my roof. And so here's how I normally do it. I leave all this money, $3,841.10. I leave this in the bank, and then everything comes out automatically, except for the credit cards. I will go in there and I will pay them manually, and especially the one I'm snowballing, which is the Ulta card. I go ahead and I pay the original $200 that I have budgeted, and then at the end of the month, when I get the amount that I'm going to snowball, anything extra I can put on that card and start to pay it off quicker. So I leave all of this money in the bank, and then I don't swipe my debit card anymore. I'm done with that. If I want to spend any money on anything, I go to my sinking funds or to my cash envelopes. So my cash envelopes are just these few. These are the ones that I carry around with me. Gas, my groceries, and my personal spending. And that's it. I have another envelope called Back to the Bank. And here's what happened the other night. I went to put gas in my car, and I just did not want to jump out of the car and go inside. So I did swipe my debit card, but I took the money for the gas and I put it into Back to Bank. And then when I went to the bank to get this money, I put that money back in to cover that with my debit card. It's just not safe. It was after midnight. I was by myself, and I just didn't feel safe going inside. There were some people outside. They were fighting. I just didn't want to get involved. Anyway, so let's get started with the sinking funds. So let me move this over so you see what we have here. And let's start with the sinking funds. And so for right now, I have the car, and the car should get $40. So 20, 40, and currently we have 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 20, 40, 60, 80, 200. So now we have 200 in car. Clothing. Clothing gets $40. 20, 40, and let's count it up. 20, 40, 60, 81, 20, 40. So we have $140 for clothing. Fees. Let's look at fees. Fees is a total of $11.26 per year. And that includes all of these different fees that I have to pay for AAA, Capital One, the Jacksonville Sheriff's Office, Amazon Prime, SAFE, the Well-Armed Woman, and USCCA. So if you add all those fees up, it's $1,126. And so I just put $100 a month aside. It'll be $1,200. It's not that much different. So, and we're getting all of our fees together. 100, 200, 300, 20, 40, 60, 80, 400, 20, 40. So we have $440 for fees. Good. Gifts, I'm going to add another 20. So we have 50, 100, 20, 40, 60, 80, 200, 10, 15. So 215. And there you go, gifts. Hobbies. This is a new envelope that I just created. And I'm not sure if I'm going to keep it, but I want to try to keep some of my fun vacation money separate from my hobbies. So we're just going to put $20 in here. Home gets $20. 20, 40, 60, 80, 100. So we have a 100 for home. And home is for home fixes, decorations, that kind of stuff. Lawn, I have nothing left in lawn because I had the lawn guy come over. He did the lawn, he did the fence, and he did other miscellaneous things around the house. So I gave him all the money I had in my envelopes. So we're just going to put another 60 in here. Usually it's $60 a month, and he'll be here in February. Medical gets $20. So we have 20, 40, 60, 80, 100. So we have $100 in medical. And that's just for co-pays if I go to the doctor. Yeah. Pets. I have 3 cats. And so I like to have money for them in case they need anything. And they get $20. I lowered this one. It was $30, $10 per cat. But I lowered it for this month. Let's see what happens. So I have 20, 40, 60, 81, 20, 40. So I have $240 for the cats. Then I have my vacation. Now, that is a brand new envelope. I don't have anything in it, but I do have money put aside for vacation. And here are the trips that I have planned this year. And so I'm going to put $1,200 away. Next weekend, we're doing a preppers weekend. Oh my gosh. We did this last year and I hated every minute of it. I didn't complain, but I hated every minute of it. And what it is just 2 days, well, 3 days, 2 nights out in the wilderness. You have no electricity, you have no phone, you have no nothing. And we hired a guy to come teach us how to make fire and how to live off the land. It was horrible, but it's very important to do, especially in this time. You have to do something. Anyway, and then we have a huge Florida shoot with the Well-Armed Woman. And I've already paid this. I paid the hotel. I paid the fees to get into it. And this is a whole weekend. All of Florida, all of the Well-Armed Woman chapters all get together. And I think this year it's in Clearwater. And we all get together and we have a big party. It's the theme of it is the 80s this year. It's a lot of fun. I really know a lot of the other women in the other chapters. I mean, Jacksonville has 4 or 5 chapters on their own. So it's really a good time. In March, we're going down to Shooter's World in Orlando. that place is huge. It is so much fun. There are guns everywhere. There's ammo. I mean, going in these shooting ranges are 100-yard range indoor. It's very fun. In August, the Glock store is supposed to be opening in Tennessee. And right now, I'm saving $500. We're going to get a party van, and we're all going to go. We're going to go to Tennessee. We're going to go see Lenny McGill at the Glock store. Then in September, here in Jacksonville, we have Ladies' Day. And anybody can come to it, but it's only $30. And it's a full day of nothing but shooting and fun. And oh my gosh, it includes lunch. I mean, sometimes I go to Bono's, the barbecue place. I could spend $30 on my own just for a dinner and a drink. And then in October, the Second Amendment rally in Washington, D.C. I put $300 aside for that. Last year we went, oh my gosh, we went at the last minute. It was $90 to take the airplane. And then we had, I don't remember exactly how many ladies, 6, 8, I don't know how many. But we all stayed in one room. It ended up costing us nearly nothing because there were so many of us. I mean, they were laying on the floor. It was crazy. And then because we were the only group of ladies, when we went out to dinner, everything was paid for. All of our drinks, all of our food. I mean, they were just so happy to have women there, I guess. I don't know. But we're going to plan this a little bit better because we just did not plan ahead. Anyway, so that was vacation. We're going to put $100 in this envelope. I'm just going to take one $100 bill and stuff it right in there. Okay, so that takes care of my sinking funds. And I have this little Kate Spade wallet. I got it used on the internet. It was like 60 bucks. Anyway, and that came out of my personal money. So whatever I want to spend my personal money on, I can. All right, so the other Kate Spade I have, and this one I've had for a really long time. It's very, very old. And this acts as my wallet. And so here's that bank envelope that I was telling you about. There's nothing in it. But these are the ones that I carry around with me. And gas gets $60. 20, 40, 60. And I have $60 in there. Grocery, I lowered grocery from $400 to $300. Just because I still have people living with me. And I'm not the one who's doing all of the grocery shopping. They'll come home with food. And one of my friends, triplets, she loves to cook. And she's just really good at it. She was trained in Atlanta with Chef Ramsay's group that, I forget what it's called, Master Chef Junior, something like that. Anyway, she's really good at cooking, and everything she makes is delicious. And then my personal gets $200, and this I'm allowed to spend on whatever I want. And because I've been making lunch at home, when I get to this personal money, it is all mine. I can put it towards anything I want. I can get yarn, I can get decorations, I could get just whatever. It's mine to spend as I please. All right, so that's everything. And then you see that I don't know what today is, but some of this month has already passed by. And all I do is I just go down. When the day comes, I check and I make sure, has this been paid? Has the iTunes gone out? Like the Ulta, let's start from the top. Par Level is, it's like a food service at my work. And what it is, just a refrigerator. And then they have this little machine and you load it up with $20 and then you can have lunch out of there. And they have really healthy stuff. They have salads and just fruit, vegetables, anything you could think of. And I haven't really been using it because I've been bringing my own lunch. So I haven't been re-upping this. Bug Out, Daily Harvest, I haven't been using that. I've been making my shakes at home with vegetables that we have in the refrigerator. I don't have to rely on those little cups. The mortgage, I always pay $100 extra. Giga News, that's to hear Howard Stern. AT&T is my phone. This is my personal loan. This is my car payment, and I round these up and I pay the rounded up amount. U.S. Law Shield, the electric company. What I do with the electric, I put in here to budget $300. But right now, it's winter time and we don't use much electricity. In the summer with the air conditioning in the pool, oof. I mean, it's only gone, I think the highest it's ever gone was $320. When my mother moved in with me, funny, not funny, but funny, and my husband was not pleased with this, but she would open up the door when she would get cold. Instead of playing with the air conditioner and making changes to it, she would just open up the door. Well, one month, our electric bill was over $600. I laughed. I thought it was funny. Husband, not so much. The pool is usually $154. They've been charging me $151. They keep saying that they're going to add $5 to it. Now for 2020, I don't know. We'll have to change this when we get there. The Ulta, I've already paid the $200. And then whatever's left over, which it says I should have $858.90 left over, which then I would roll into what I have left in Ulta, which is like $1,400. iTunes has already paid. I would do $40 a month, or I was doing $40 a month on this little kitchenette thing, but I haven't been doing that. The vets, this is a little bit different. This vet is not for my animals. My husband, he knew a group of these homeless vets from Vietnam, and they live in this little homeless community. And one of the guys, about 8 years ago, found a little dog, and he wanted to keep it. Well, he couldn't keep it because you need to register it with the city. You have to have flea shots. You have to have, not flea shots, you have to have flea medicine. You have to have rabies shot. So what my husband did was he took the dog over to the vets, and he put in there that we would pay for the subscription or the medical plan for this dog. And when my husband passed, they asked me, all of a sudden he wasn't paying it anymore. And I knew he was doing it, but he was doing it out of his account. Like, we both have had different accounts. And so he would do with his money, he would just give me money, and then I would put it into a family account. Well, that's what he did. And I didn't realize that he did that. And then when my husband passed, all of a sudden they started calling saying, this bill is due and what's going on with it. So I went ahead and I just picked that up. And the dog is either 7 or 8 now. I don't remember how old he is, but they went ahead and they did some work on him the other day, and there was a little bit extra that I had to owe. They would call me up, will you pay this? Because they wouldn't release the dog to the guy until the bill got paid. And he started freaking out, and they started, we're going to call the cops. And just because I'm just like, yes, I will just pay it. So actually my boyfriend ended up paying for it because I didn't have my wallet with me. We were out on a run, and I didn't have my wallet with me, so he went ahead and he paid that. And this is the second. You get 2 deliveries per month with this daily harvest, and I didn't do that. And here's my gym. Here's the other credit card. I pay $100 minimum, and like I said, everything snowballs into the Ulta. My insurance, it's always a little bit different. Netflix. This is the roof payment. This is going to be done in May. So look at how much that's going to free up to add to my snowball. I'll have another $376 to add to snowball to get everything paid off. And then Comcast. Yes, this is high, but we have every single channel. We have the highest internet. It's part of my job is to be connected to the internet, so I have to have that. And it's just an excuse. I like to have all the channels. All right, so we should have at the end this much that I can snowball towards the Ulta card. So if everything works out, you know, in 3 months, Ulta should be paid for. In 4 months, the roof should be finished being paid for. And I'll have a lot more money to snowball towards these other 2 loans, my personal loan and my car payment. And then we'll be done. So, anyway, how are you guys doing on your journey? This is really, I can't believe how much this is working. I have paid off so much. Maybe next time I'll show you exactly what I've paid off. And it's over $10,000. I only started in, in August of last year. God bless you. Anyway, so that's all I have for now. So if you can, go ahead and like and subscribe to my channel and leave me a comment. Let me know what you're doing, and I'll see you later. Bye.